everybody, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Josh Gad. I'm overseeing the massacre of many roses. I'm here with the cast of Beauty and the Beast. Over to my left is British sexy superstar Dan Stephens. Over to his left is the one-of-a-kind, the legend, ladies and gentlemen, Emma Watson! Woo! There's no cheering, okay? And then over there is Sir Luke Evans. Is it Sir yet?
Lord
Luke Evans. And of course, our brilliant leader, Mr. Bill Condon. We have some very exciting questions and answers to share. I want to see that movie so badly. We are so excited to join you. We have a bunch of questions, I've been told, and they've been digitally placed in a bowl that we're going to pass around and answer. Okay, our first question. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dan. For the group, from Sarah Joy. If you could cast yourself in a role of any other Disney movie, what would it be and why? I do Olaf in Frozen. Just because I just feel like that's a character I can relate to. No, I would do, Dan, you have one, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
One
bit
little
of rose petal.
I would,
Thanks.
the role that I would do is the genie in Aladdin. It's just that movie, you know, Robin Williams, all of it was just perfect to me. What about you, Dan?
Zazu in The Lion King, for example, or anything in Tron.
Okay, I didn't see that question going there, but okay.
There you go.
Beast.
Really?
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
because I feel like Beast and Belle are two parts of the same.
I'd make a great
Cool.
really? I
band.
smell a sequel.
Let's do it again, but
Yeah.
But in reverse.
Right.
This is a great idea.
There you go.
No, but seriously, I feel like there's something so interesting about the darkness that is in Beast and how he kind of finds redemption and the angst. I just want to play someone that's got that level of angst, really.
Anything in Tron for you or no? You want to do Tron?
Not
from
Tron.
Tron?
Yeah, sure. I've got time.
Luke?
I'd be Aladdin to your genie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that could be fun.
Okay.
Basically, we're just pitching ourselves.
Yeah.
All these movies.
Basically,
Yeah.
we've read that
Yeah.
Disney's doing remakes of all of it. We're literally asking you to cast us in all of these movies.
We just do that. So.
This is our
They
idea.
did say Disney film.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I wanna
were
know who
asked-
Bill, what would you want to
No.
direct?
No.
What would you want to
Exactly.
direct other than...
Oh my
if
god.
they were live actioning something else.
Son of Flubber, I think.
Yes.
That was my favorite movie.
That was a
when I
great
a
Fred
kid.
McMurray, right?
It was a great
was
movie.
great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
All right, Dan?
Oh, crikey. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Don't pick a pedal.
This is for the group. What was your favorite Disney film growing up?
I answered that one. Yeah.
Oh, same.
Son of Flubber.
Son of Flubber.
Fox and the Hounds.
Ooh, yes.
That was your favorite. That made me cry.
Yeah, it made
so
me cry as well.
much.
I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That
Amazing
and
how an
Bambi.
animation can make
Bambi,
you cry.
yeah. Bambi made me cry.
Bambi is...
But hang on, we're talking about favorite Pocahontas.
Oh.
Because who doesn't want a raccoon that comes around with them everywhere? And
Right. Mine was the uplifting film, The Black Cauldron. It was so hopeful, and I just was like, I see myself in that world.
Moving on.
I'm just going to pick another question
Okay.
for the group from Dorothy in the UK.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, hello, Dorothy, in
Hi,
the
Dorothy
UK.
from the UK.
Hello, Dorothy.
Hello, Dorothy.
That's what you-
I'm also from the UK.
If you were transformed into a household object, what would you be and why?
Ooh,
Wow.
The coffee machine.
a refrigerator.
I was
I
going
was
to.
going to say an oven.
Why?
And it's self-explanatory.
Emma, what would you be?
I was going with like teapot because I feel like tea is it's an institution in the UK.
It's
what
the British
keeps,
cure-all.
It is. It's what gets all of us through world wars and
Yeah.
Yeah.
difficult mornings.
It's our Twinkie.
It's way
Is
better
that
than a
really?
Twinkie.
It's way better
It's
than a
our,
Twinkie.
that's our comfort.
What would you be,
Luke?
Luke? You haven't said what you would be.
Yeah, Luke.
Household object.
A
mirror.
table. A table.
A table.
Trusty,
Okay.
sturdy table. I'll be around people all the time. I can observe and listen, but also I'm a reliable source of level ground. This one's for Josh.
Uh-huh.
From, how do you pronounce that?
Bob.
from
Taste.
Tice. Hope we said it right. For Josh, what is the biggest difference between filming a musical movie and performing live on theatre or on a recording studio?
Ooh, okay. Well, the biggest difference is that when you're doing a stage event, when you're doing a musical in theater, you're feeling the audience. You have that audience. It's a little tricky when you're doing a musical on film because that same energy is something that you need to sort of create. So it's almost like you're rehearsing, right? Or you're like creating it for the main event, but you don't have that immediate response. You don't have that immediate energy that the audience gives you. Having said that, it's actually even more rewarding in some ways because you get to experiment while you're doing it. You get to try new things during the course of filming. Same in a recording studio. When you're laying down the tracks, so much of it is give and take and you know, figuring out what's going to work for the character literally in that moment. You don't get the lead up of like 3 months of rehearsals and then previews and all that. You got to make your decisions pretty quickly. What about you guys? I mean, you've all done the same.
I've forgotten the question.
Okay.
The answer was so long.
Fair enough.
I think one thing too is like on a stage, it's got to be out there, right? And that you
The
get to do
intimacy.
both in a
That's
movie.
right.
You get
Yeah.
to be huge. You guys are huge in the movie, and then you get to do those tiny little things.
That's it.
That's the specialty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That you
That
don't
is.
get to do in theatre.
Yeah,
Right.
That is. So my answer was wrong, is
No.
what you're saying.
Okay,
answer was-
from Daniel for Dan and Emma, a very good question. Which came easier for you, singing or dancing?
Neither.
Yeah, they were both pretty.
Neither?
That is not
Neither,
true.
neither.
Neither.
Um, well, I don't know. The good thing about the dancing was that we had each other.
I was gonna say we
You
had
could
each
be
other for moral
terrified
support. I
together.
felt like we could hold each other and look into each other's eyes.
And try not to step on your toes.
Yeah, and be like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You don't
So-
just get a
That's
stiff
our
neck the whole time and look up at him like this while you're dancing.
To be honest, the hardest thing was not looking down at my feet, which I was terrified were about to be broken by
those
Dan's
insane,
steel-tapped
they were
hoof
bizarre, weren't
things that he was wearing.
I did not break any.
That
of
was the
these
most.
toes.
That was the most like recurrent note. Emma, stop looking at your feet. Emma, stop looking at your feet.
What was more
okay.
intimidating, seeing the stilts or Dan in a onesie?
Equally
Pretty
intimidating.
terrifying.
I will say, a bunch of us came to watch the Beauty and the Beast dance sequence, and the chill that it sent through. Do you remember that day?
absolutely.
Just all of us who were watching it. It was that definitive moment where we were like, "This is exactly what we dreamed of. This is like, this is the moment where we know the film is going to work. Where it's just, it was so magical. The two of them had been working for so long and so hard at it that them bringing it to life gave all of us just this enormous sense of pride that what we were doing was going to be so significant and special.
It's true, and even topping that for me, we did this read-through, remember, like 6 weeks before we started shooting, and everyone's around the table, and then it was just meant to be people looking at their books, and then Beauty and the Beast comes in, and Emma just surprised everybody, stood up and danced the number, and that was it's such a privileged moment, you know, just to see that. And do you remember the reaction to that? It was pretty
It was
incredible.
incredible. Do you
was
remember when?
really
Do you
emotional.
remember when I said I won't sing in the
Yeah,
reading?
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, I'm not going to do what Emma
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Because I don't want to. Because I don't want to embarrass myself. You were fearless. No, you
Yeah,
guys were like
it was crazy.
fearless.
Yeah.
Go on, ask another question.
No, I don't want to. For the group, from Jolene, what is one trait you have in common with the character you play in the movie?
Ooh.
Daniel?
None for you, Luke, right? No.
Can't answer this.
Get pretty grumpy when I'm hungry.
I break out into song when I need to say something.
I get really excited about libraries.
Yes,
And
we know
books.
that.
I like eggs. I quite like eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. Not as many
5
as
dozen?
Gaston. Not as 5 dozen, but a good, 6 a day.
Bill, how are you like Bill Connon, the director
Yeah.
of the movie?
How am I? I have no idea what that means.
Very similar.
How are you
I'd
like
say
I think we're the
yourself?
same.
Do you wear glasses as you're directing too?
I do.
Okay, good.
Yes. And drink Diet Cokes, yes.
And drink Diet Cokes.
You can't just cheat.
Why
Hang
not?
on, Dan's just trying to
yeah.
pick the best one.
Oh, it's not okay. Well, I didn't want to ask myself the question. That would be really rubbish. For the group, do you remember the first scene you shot on the film?
I don't think I can.
I don't think I can. What should we
I
shoot
think
for?
your first scene was in the bedroom, right? It was coming into the bedroom.
Oh, for the first time and
That's
seeing
right.
the
No,
beautiful
I take it back.
ceiling
I take it back.
and-
It was the window.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was something.
Bit
It
of the
was
song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
it was a
of
singing
course.
The
day.
problem
I remember
is,
that.
it
That's
was
right.
a year and a half ago. You know, it's this, I mean,
No,
it's
I
hard
know.
enough
This is what-
remembering what you do like a year ago, but this was
Yeah.
a good year and a half.
Yeah.
But when we wrapped the movie, 4 months before that, we started it. So I couldn't tell you.
I know.
Do you remember what my
I
first-
do, and I remember an act of kindness on your part because I have a fear of heights. And Emma was we built this movie. We did this isn't a CG movie. These sets are enormous, you know. So you were up there. How many
weird
feet?
ledge thing.
Like, yeah,
By
crazy,
window.
crazy, like 5 stories up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I had to climb up these stairs to give you notes. It's okay, you can.
It's okay, Bill. You can give me. I
have no notes.
It was great. Please, please, can she come down now?
Yeah.
The first thing I shot was the wolf roaring,
That's right.
Wasn't it?
That's right. Yes.
fighting
in the
wolves,
trailer.
Yeah. That's right.
saving your ass.
Were we together on our
I don't
first?
think we were together when.
Ish.
I don't remember my first scene.
Neither do I. I find it strange.
Am I? Did I do this film?
Were we in there?
Wait, we've done this.
Yeah.
We've done that one.
Oh, this is the last.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
For Dan from Dakota,
Ooh.
is there any aspect of Beast's character we'll get to see in the film that we've never seen before?
That's an interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose we see a little bit of his backstory. I get, we learn a little bit more about this vain, spoilt, rich kid, son of a billionaire who treats women like objects and lives in a ridiculous luxury tower.
Also, his literacy, right? I mean, that's the thing. In the original
That's
film,
true.
he couldn't read.
He's being taught to read, but
That's right.
with Arwen, it's more like he's forgotten that he has this wonderful library, and
Right.
Yeah.
Belle reminds him of the wonderful things around him.
Yeah.
But more than that, I mean, the entire cast, we worked so hard for so long around a table. Everybody brought so much to the characters. But for you, he was a sophisticated man who had a sense of humor, So I think that, too, the fact that he tells very smart jokes all the time.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
for me
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
biggest difference, was that the Beast that's in our version is incredibly kind of witty and has this very dry English sense of humour, which Dan doesn't have at all. But
He does well.
he does well as Beast.
We love you, Dan. I don't care what the reports coming out of this interview will say. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for Facebook Live. We cannot wait for you to see this movie on March 17th.
Can we see the trailer again?
Oh, I would love to. We can. We can go and watch it on a
wanna
loop
watch it
after
again.
this is done. On behalf of the entire cast and Sir Bill Condon, we say goodbye.
Thank you.